Okay, beautiful people. Today I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions. So we're going to start with, what is Hu breath? Hu breath is an ancient sound that is literally the origin of everything in the universe. It's the sound and vibration. Basically the sound that's used in all mystical traditions all over the world. So meditation, contemplation, any of these practices are all done through breath. We just take the dogma out of it and we just breathe, because everybody can breathe. Is it original? Good question. As they say, there is nothing new under the sun, because everything in the universe makes this sound, and somebody must have done it somewhere, somehow along the way. So the masters have already told us that the universe is made from sound and vibration, and science can now confirm that, especially when you delve into the field of quantum physics, which is the field of infinite possibilities, and everything in the universe makes this sound. Irrelevant of who, like animals and humans, we do it through breath. Nature and plants do it when they release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, including the subatomic particles like atoms, protons, electrons. They go at dizzying speed like that. So that movement creates the Hu sound. They're intoxicated with the universal energy. Our speech, music, any movement, no matter how subtle it is, it makes this Hu sound. Basically, there is nothing devoid of the Hu sound. So you can say that everything belongs to the Hu, but Hu belongs to nothing and no one, because there is no title with breath. You can't say this is an English breath, or Italian breath, Arabic breath. You know, it's just a cosmic life force, which is source, coming from source. Okay, what is its origin? As far as we know, everything started in India, way back with the old rishis, the rishis of old, because they knew the power of breath. As a matter of fact, it goes way back, even beyond that. Because they used to use plant medicine or psychedelics to reach altered states of consciousness. But eventually they found a way to reach these states naturally. Well, as legend has it, they ran out of psychedelics, psychedelic plants, and they were going out of their mind, and they didn't know how to get back to that state. So they had to find a replacement, and out of desperation they found a natural means, which is breath. They call it pranayama. Prana actually in Sanskrit means breath. Pranayama means control of breath. We also have the Tibetan monks, which is they call it tumo, which is the inner fire, which is known to raise their body temperature to like sweltering heats in minus 25 degrees in the Himalayan mountains. The Sufis use it through zikr and hadra, which means remembrance and presence, which is through breath and repetition. The repetition of mantras basically, and they go into this ecstatic bliss. You might have seen this in the Whirling Dervishes by the great Rumi in his Sama sacred dance. Okay, is Hu breath religious? No, not at all. Religion is dogma based on a set of outer rules to follow. Hu breath, on the other hand, is the inner, it's the spiritual, the breath within, which basically transcends any rule. It is from the primordial essence of all things. So anybody can do it. Religious, non-religious, believer, non-believer. Whoever does it will still get the same benefit. All you have to do is do the Hu, breathe. How does the Hu breath work? Well, it's very easy, and I explain this in depth in all the other training modules. However, I will try to do a little bit of it here. Simply put, there are two aspects of Hu breath: the scientific side and the spiritual side. The scientific side activates the primordial brain, or the reptilian brain, which is our emotional center, called the amygdala. It's a little thing here, and this normally gets activated by fight or flight system through stress. So if it's negative stress, normally which is normally through fear, anxiety, everyday survival, the coronavirus, etc., the brain excretes cortisol, which is a poison that creates havoc in the body, which creates the dis-ease, which creates your body's disease, which means basically your body is not at ease with itself, it's not in harmony. So it creates an acidic environment, which becomes a breeding ground for all types of illnesses. So when you do the who breath, we turn the negative stress into positive stress, which tricks the brain into releasing adrenaline instead of cortisol, which sends a message to all your body and all the cells, and it starts a healing process by alkalizing your body, raising the pH in your body, and basically creating new cells that replace the old ones. The great thing about the who breath is when you hold your breath, the body goes into what we call intermittent hypoxia, which stimulates stem cells that are dormant in the bone marrow by hacking into the autonomic system, which was actually thought of as impossible until some of the yogis and the great Wim Hof turned the whole scientific world on its head by performing some superhuman, crazy feats of endurance, which I talk about briefly in the other videos. Now the spiritual side, okay, yes, spirit in Latin is spiritus, which just means breath or to breathe, and it is the bridge between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. You may say the body and the soul. So with breathing, we can go from this realm as we know it, three-dimensional world, into another realm of incomparable bliss, joy, which is termed as your true nature or your higher self. The who breath also unlocks blocked, stored up emotions that have been lying dormant and have been addressed, like childhood trauma, abandonment, abuse, and things of that nature. So, what does it feel like? Oh, can't describe it in words. It's amazing. I really can't find the words. You have to try it to truly understand what I'm talking about. And when you do, you can go, oh, Chico, wow, yeah, man, it's amazing. But I will share some of the effects you will feel when you begin. You might get a tingling in your body, your hands, your fingertips, your lips might go a little bit numb. You might feel lightheaded. You might even lose consciousness. And you're probably thinking, I don't want to do this, doesn't sound good. But it is amazing, trust me. You should always do it in a safe place. And that just means that the breath is working, basically. How does it affect people? Wow, okay. It affects everybody differently according to the healing that that person needs. Might be emotional, physical, spiritual. You might laugh, cry, or just bliss out. I mean, I've had people report that they see amazing colors and kaleidoscopes, kaleidoscopic colors, and they just like traveling through hyperspace, or they just cry their eyes out or laugh uncontrollably. But whatever emotional state the person finds themselves in, it is the right emotion that needs to be released at that particular moment in time or experienced at that particular moment in time. So just trust the process and go with the flow, because the who breath will unlock you into your own freedom. It's amazing. It's like the perfect physician that gives you the perfect prescription for all your needs and all your illnesses. Honestly, I've had people having an out-of-body experience. People have felt a healing take place, like in the body, and feeling the heat going straight to the particular injury. I explain more about this in the other training modules, or you can see people's testimonials in our testimonial videos somewhere here. Is who breath safe? Absolutely 100% if you follow the instructions. Who breath is safe for anyone of sound health, but you must follow instructions and follow them to a T. The reason being is, for us at Who Breath, is that safety is paramount, and as long as you don't have any serious underlying issues and you follow the instructions, you should be just fine. Is there anyone who shouldn't do Who Breath? Well, it's like anything. Yes is the answer. Anyone with heart problems, coronary heart disease like angina of any kind, hypertension that's abnormal, abnormally high blood pressure, people on prescription medication, pregnant women, pulmonary problems that's anything to do with breathing like lungs, lung cancer, pneumonia or epilepsy, or anybody with severe health issues like strokes or heart attacks. I've had a stroke a year and a half ago, so I have to be careful. But always consult your doctor or physician, because the Who Breath is not a replacement for medication or professional advice. That is our disclaimer, and if you are going to embark on anything to do with block fit or Who Breath, then you must adhere to this disclaimer that I've just said, as your health, your well-being and safety is paramount and is of the greatest importance to us. Is it suitable for children?